What up, everyone? Welcome back to Blade Bias. We are finally time, well, I guess it's finally time, to talk about my purchase at Blade Show, which, ironically, wasn't a Balisong. I know the Balisong guy didn't buy a Balisong at Blade Show. That's so cringe and weird. But I got something. I mean, the reason I didn't get anything at Blade Show is because I had my sights set on three very specific things. Well, I had my sights set on one very specific thing. I was going to buy an Orion with a comb blade. But then I got to Blade Show and I tried stuff out and I ended up falling in love with the Slift TV2 and these weird like handle things that Adam Heibel made that Will made a short about like a week ago or whatever, whenever this video comes out. But by the time I actually had made the decision to purchase any of those, they were all gone. The comb Orion was gone. Slift TV2 Raw was gone. They had the blue ones, but I wasn't really huge on the blue anno that he had, so I was just like, I can just wait. Like, Dalen makes like 30 of those things a week. I can just wait and get one that I like really like the anno of if I'm going to spend the extra money. And then the fidget, or the fun chucks, or whatever Adam Heibel called his bladeless Balisong, those were also sold out. So I didn't end up buying any Balisongs. And I thought in the final day as I was going through, I saw this and I was like, well, this knocks out a bunch of birds with one stone. I don't want to leave empty-handed from Blade Show. I would have far rather bought something at Blade Show than nothing at all just because they didn't have a Balisong that I wanted. But also, I've always been relatively interested in Karambits. Much more interested in this specific Karambit, the Provoke, with this like morphing trainer, really cool system that they have here that's not only like really fidgety and fun to mess with, but it just looks really cool. Although Karambits are like a very kind of scary knife. They kind of suck for EDC. They're like, they have this like very specific blade shape. I don't want YouTube to take me down here, but like Karambits are scary, you know? And I had no interest in dealing with live blades. I am primarily focused on them for their flippability, spinability. What do you call messing with a Karambit? Spinning? Flipping? It's not flipping. It can't be. But I've always been interested in Karambits, but had no desire to do a live blade. Just because, like, at most, I'm going to learn one or two cool combos with this, and it's just going to be something that I do this at my desk with, which is what it's been doing. Like, this is basically just, like, I sit at my desk, I do this little, like, rebound thing that I've got going here, and that is basically it. And I'm having a grand old time with it. Like, this isn't anything too crazy. I'm not going to become a Karambit guy. I did have someone send me a pretty cool combo that I've been trying to learn, but has been unsuccessful so far. But it's like, you can do some cool stuff with Karambits. None of which I'm probably going to get into, although, you know, the skill ceiling, I think, of Balisongs is a little higher, especially with the lack of Karambit content. I tried to look up tutorials or anything like that, and nothing came up. There's no big flips of the Karambit. Couldn't really find any reviews other than knife people just reviewing like the Provoke in general. But I wanted to figure out things like, oh, is there balance? Is there momentum? Is there things that I didn't understand about the Balisong community that I learned about Karambits? Because, you know, when you first get into the Balisong community, you don't really think about momentum and weight distribution and balance. You just go, haha, funny knife flip, good. And I'm super guilty of this. In my first review, I compared the Squiddy Bee and the Arctic, because to me, they felt the same because I didn't have the knowledge to say that they didn't. Of course, now I realize how stupid that is to say because the Arctic and the Squiddy Bee are just like two completely opposite things. But I want to know if there was something like that for Karambits. It doesn't seem like there is. I could only find like, you guys know those people who make like Balisong shorts on YouTube? And they just kind of like fling the thing around for like 30 seconds and then it gets millions of views even though they've very obviously never flipped a Balisong for longer than like a minute. A few hours, but you know what I mean. I only really could find those, so I haven't really seen like any crazy Karambit tricks or anything like that. I've just kind of been like messing around with stuff myself. It was really funny because I posted this thing on my story and I had a huge amount of people come at me for buying a trainer. And I had a copious amounts of people who were like, why not a live blade? Why'd you get a trainer? And it's like, bro, what are you flipping right now? I guarantee you it's most likely a Balisong trainer. How is this any different? I have no interest getting into Karambit live blades. I'm only interested in the spinning part. And, you know, the trainer's kind of perfect for that. Also, I just like the way this thing looks. Like, it's obviously a toy. It's got this, like, blue plastic toy feel, but, like, I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. It's a little fidgety thing that I'm going to mess with, and that's pretty much going to be it. So why would I get a live blade? I have no interest in using a Karambit. So, I don't know. Those guys were coping. But also, to anyone who said that, I would love for you to show me yourself flipping a live Karambit. Like, come on. I almost guarantee all the people who are like, that's a trainer, that's stupid, have never touched a Karambit in their life. So, anyway, call outs aside, Karambits are cool. I don't really, again, like I said, I'm not going to get into them in the same way that I'm into Balisongs. Most of the time, I'm just going to be sitting here at my desk doing, like I said, the rebound thing. And, you know, just kind of messing around with it. I don't really see myself reviewing them or getting a whole bunch. I think this is the only one I would get. Because those rubber ones that I talked about in a previous video, they didn't really interest me that much. I think there's something very specific about the way that this one feels that I just kind of like. And, you know, I think it'll stay that way. I don't think I'm going to really care too much about ballast or Karambit spinning or flipping or whatever it is. Again, there's also just kind of not a community for it. So, but I did want to make a video talking about it because I do think it's cool. It's like this fun little thing that you can do with your hands, and it's like, it's also kind of like a chaplain. It's like an infinite chaplain, and the knife is made to do that. And as someone who previously held the world record for longest chaplain, you could understand how that would be important to me, because doing basically what is an infinite chaplain on a knife that is basically made to infinite chaplain, kind of a cool prospect to me. I can't even lie. I don't know. It's just fun. So yeah, that was my Blade Show purchase. Nothing too crazy, but I'm happy with it. I'm like legitimately happy with this thing. It's fun. They gave me a deal on it because it was like, I bought this thing like an hour, actually not even, I bought this thing like half an hour before they closed up. They were like, this is the last one. If you want it, we'll give you a deal on it so we can just sell it. And it was great. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. So I bought something at Blade Show. It wasn't a Balisong, but it was pretty cool. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Karambits are weird, but also Karambits are cool. And I definitely plan on using them more in the future, but probably not on Blade Bias. We'll see. They are a blade though, so who knows? Anyway, thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.